guys, this is me, Justin. Today we'll be playing Universe Sandbox. So, I haven't played this game in a long time. It's been sitting here. So basically, we get to just edit the solar system. Okay, so where's Sedna? Is Sedna orbiting or... Okay, yes, Sedna is orbiting it. So with Sedna, we're gonna do a little thing. We're gonna make Sedna a massive, and it's not. Let's just get Sedna heated up a little. Let's get Sedna a little up there. So boom, we just Sedna like the mass of 6 Earths, but that shouldn't cause any real problems. So Jupiter. Let's start by making it 2 times bigger. Let's just see what happens. So Jupiter is, did anything really change? Gravity, does Jupiter's moons we don't have here, but realistically, I'm guessing the orbits of some planets a little bit might be altered, but let's 2 times it again. Anything happening? Let's speed it up. Not really. Jupiter's not really doing anything. Except if we can slam on the sun is moving a incy bit. Just to make sure we'll make it 0 velocity. Yes, sun, you're not moving. Okay, now, Jupiter is now, it's getting bigger, but Jupiter's not big enough to really affect anything besides the sun. It's just not big enough. So we'll 2 times it again, and now it's the mass of 8 Jupiters, a lot more powerful. So let's speed it up. Still, nothing's really happening. I feel like we're gonna start changing the orbit slightly of all these rocks and stuff, which are getting closer and closer to Jupiter. But now let's 2 times it again. Jupiter's now 16 times its original mass. So that's weird. Jupiter's actually became smaller, and it's because we're slamming more mass into it. That's really interesting. So let's speed it up. The sun's not moving, is it? Well, the sun might be moving. I can't really tell. Yeah, 0 velocity didn't do actually anything. So it's fine, I guess. So now Jupiter is getting big. So let's 2 times it again, and let's see what happens. Now Jupiter's actually starting to heat up a little bit. It's actually getting big. So now let's stop the sun from actually. It's not pulled. So that will stop the sun from moving. It should always. Okay, no, the sun keeps moving for some reason. So I guess that's fine. But like Jupiter's gravity is pretty strong. So let's now times it by 2 again, and we'll see what happens. Jupiter is now a fiery red ball waiting to explode. So now Jupiter's a big fiery red ball. It's edited the orbits of Juno is being circled. It's being stuck towards Jupiter. It's a moon, or yeah, it's now a moon orbiting Jupiter, and we're making orbits, not trails. Let's get rid of trails and add orbits. So Juno is getting slammed by Jupiter into its gravitational pull. Juno has been affected by this. The sun is now weak as it's ever been. The sun, it just can't deal with this really. And what is this? Okay, that's an asteroid, I guess. So Juno is a moon orbiting Jupiter, but it's basically stuck. I thought Ceres just got pulled. Ceres just probably got pulled. So now Jupiter's a big fiery red ball, but we're not gonna actually. We'll just get it to 70 Jupiters and see what happens. So we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Ooh, Saturn! Oh my god! Okay, Saturn got pulled in by Jupiter. But then Saturn gets pulled out and is now rogue object flying around the sun. See, Jupiter is so strong, it pulled Saturn. No, Saturn. Oh, no. Auto orbit. Get around the sun. So now we just launch Saturn pretty far back. So, okay, with Jupiter being a fiery red ball, heating up, and Juno being its moon, let's speed this up a little bit. Once it gets... Now, we're gonna do something that's gonna... Okay, so Jupiter's gravitational pull is strong. It's strong, but not strong enough. Actually, it is. We're gonna see what happens if we grab... Let's see what happens if we move Jupiter a little in the orbital period. And let's decrease it to 9 years. Nothing too long can go happen. So, with Jupiter already, let's just get that orbital period down to 7 years. Okay, so we kind of dragged Jupiter out of here. So now Jupiter is grabbing on all the dwarf planets. They're grabbing onto them. If Jupiter is editing the orbits, and for all the sun, all these things are going crazy with Jupiter. Vesta's been pulled into Jupiter, but then pulled out. So now, but now Jupiter's so big, it's almost a thing. So let's get out to the solar system once again. Let's find a big red ball said that it's too cold. What's 10 times it a little bit? Still none. Well, let's make it a fiery hydrogen ball. Just a little bit. We'll also add some water in, and we'll add some this, and some more iron. So, now Sedna's a big red ball, but now, not yet at least. Well, we're gonna times it. But Sedna doesn't do anything like that. Now Sedna is hot. It's hotter than Jupiter, 2,179 degrees compared to this. It's probably because we just increased Sedna markedly. So Sedna's barely. Okay, so Jupiter is definitely affecting it. But now let's make this 2 times, and let's take another star in the solar system. Screw it. And now let's pretend this thing is let's get this thing a good 10 times the brightness of the sun, and let's get that up. So what is gonna happen exactly? First, this is becoming a planet around an asteroid around Sedna, and Sedna is becoming a star orbiting the sun. So now, as if we go it, all the orbits are getting moved around, especially over here, as other planets like these are getting sucked in by Sedna, as all these dwarf planets are getting sucked into Sedna, around Sedna, as Sedna's orbit becomes so strong that Sedna is just Sedna. So, with another star in the solar system, we're gonna slow it down a bunch. Come on. Drift down, and down, and down. Okay, now let's get into the main solar system. Come on. Okay. Okay, come on, let's get to the main solar system. Uranus, this is not what we're focusing on. The sun. No, just get locked on the sun. Okay, here we go. Now, let's just see if any of these planets, like Earth. Okay, Earth is actually getting colder, looks like. Actually, yeah, Earth is getting colder. It's not reaching them. But Jupiter's strong, and oh, Jupiter, what the heck did you do? Okay, well, let's just get Jupiter up there a little bit. Oh, did I make Jupiter too big? Okay, now let's just pretend we made it 80 Jupiters. Let's see what happens. It's a star orbiting the sun. Now let's just quickly heat it up a bunch. Let's get that up there. So now Jupiter will probably start to pull other planets towards it. or around it, to say the least. So is anything coming towards Jupiter? Not quite. Okay. Now let's just we're gonna do something to Jupiter. Okay, now that we got that part done, for the sun, all we're gonna do here, what happens if we collide another star into it? This one barely small, pretty small compared to the sun. Okay, now we gotta slow it down a bunch. Slow it way down. Let's get this. Okay, did it fly? That flew into the sun. So the sun is gotten a lot hotter. Oh god, the solar system. Okay, that's not fun. Okay, let's just get into a new simulation. See what happens. Okay. But now that we're in the pitch void, good. Now what we gotta do is that we're gonna throw. Okay, so let's see if we try to put the solar system around Jupiter. Well, actually, let's put it around 51 Peg B. So we're gonna start with Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, but now we're gonna pause, as we gotta make sure these are trails. So, okay, thanks a lot. Oh my god, orbits, not trail. Okay, good. So now we're gonna add more. Let's add Jupiter as an orbit. So Jupiter's gonna have to orbit Jupiter. Okay, let's see what happens. So Jupiter and 51 Peg B are kind of in this spiral orbit, but because it's so much, oops, wrong thing. Let me watch you do a new simulation. I did not realize how small 51 Peg B was. Makes sense when it's not orbiting around Jupiter. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna find a good gas giant. Known planet. 51 Peg B. Okay, let's get 51 Peg B, but let's get it up a lot. Let's get 51 Peg B up to 10 times. Okay. Now this is about, let's get to 20 Jupiters. Now let's try this again. Now that we got it, we'll get Mercury, Venus, about here. Oh god, I put them at angles. Earth we'll put around here. Let's add orbits and let's just see how this goes. Okay, so right away Venus already looks like that. Well, okay, now we added Mars. That's not gonna do anything at all. But let's then next add Jupiter. Okay, so let's see what happens. The solar system's getting bent. It's by Jupiter's gravity. This is getting pulled by Jupiter, I would believe. Jupiter is a moon. But let's just so now, oh god, Mars and Earth look like disasters. But let's just add Saturn into the mix. Oh god, let's add Saturn into the mix. And let's add it somewhere. Okay, Saturn got... What the heck happened to Saturn? Okay, never mind. Let's get Saturn to... Where's Saturn? Saturn? Are you doing this? Let me make you auto orbit. Saturn is going in and in. Oh god, Jupiter's gravity. Jupiter stole Earth. What? Okay, Earth got annihilated by Jupiter. Mars? No. We didn't even get the whole solar system yet. Okay. Let's get Uranus in here somewhere. Let's get Uranus like right here. And let's get Neptune, I guess, here, and we'll get Planet 9 around over here. Okay, well, let's get our planets back. Let's get Earth in, and then let's get Mars in too. Okay, so we got the whole solar system. Okay, Earth already got grabbed by Jupiter. Jupiter's pretty strong in the solar system. Very. So now everything's around 51 Peg B. Jupiter's is Mars. What the heck happened to Mars, bro? your rogue object. We're just gonna delete this Mars. Let's just get this rogue object out of here. So guys, we are just, oh god. Okay, well, that's what happens when you throw 51 Peg B in the middle of the solar system. Don't even try. Oh my god, what happened to Jupiter? But why is Jupiter burning up? Is this so hot it's burning up Jupiter? Like, why is Jupiter... Oh, I'm guessing something collided into Jupiter. Okay. Oh my... Where in the world is Earth? Like, did Jupiter eat Earth again? Oh my god. So that's what happens when you throw it around. Everything on 51 Peg B and large. It becomes a disaster. Okay, now let's do one last thing before we end the video. So we're gonna experiment with something. We're gonna get, let's see, what's a good one? Okay, let's answer this question. How much of the solar system can we fit around Jupiter? Let's start with Mercury. Pretty simple. Venus, I feel like this is a little too easy. Now let's add Earth into the mix. Okay, that's not going to do anything. Let's add Mars. But now we're going to add Saturn into the mix. Ooh, Saturn's way too close. Hold up. Okay, well, this kind of was a disaster. Oh god, so Neptune's flinging around everywhere. Oh god, Uranus is in there. Neptune is stuck behind Jupiter. Pluto's now its moon. Okay, we're gonna try one last thing, I guess, because this went into a disaster. Let's get a new one. So let's get into a new simulation. Sorry for sneezing in the background. Let's get into new. Let's add a. Okay, let's see what happens when we get a Jupiter and we slam a Saturn into it. Now let's slow this down. Now let's add the Saturn. So Jupiter, it's colliding with Jupiter, and let's see. So Jupiter becomes a fiery red ball. It's definitely bigger now, but all these dust has to get incorporated. No, Jupiter. So 0 velocity. Let's just do that. So now it's stuck there. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Jupiter's now flying off away from the solar system. But now let's throw in a Neptune and see what happens, because Neptunes are Neptunes. And let's just see. So Neptune, slamming a Neptune. Okay, same thing. They incorporate it. Okay, now let's throw in a Uranus. This is a mix. So let's get a Uranus. But we're gonna make this Uranus bigger than in our own timeline. We're gonna make this Uranus, let's just 10 times the mass and see what happens as we slam it into Jupiter. Let's also make it mostly water. So as we slow it down, it slams into Jupiter. Jupiter becomes a Jupiter, and it's not pretty. So Jupiter is getting smaller and smaller until Jupiter is Jupiter. So that's pretty interesting. The last thing we're gonna do before we end this video is let's slam another Jupiter in here now, and let's see. This Jupiter should win. So now we're just gonna slam a bunch of more Jupiters, and I think I slammed them way too quickly as I lost the Jupiters, which I think it's this one. And now I guess no. This is what happens. All the Jupiters fly away. Slam too many. It's only 9% water. And that makes sense. We slammed a lot of Uranuses and Neptunes into there. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I just tried to experiment with this, and if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like and comment. And anyways, see you in the next video. Bye.